What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another amazing video. And today we're going to talk about the differences between Robinhood and Webull. In my last video, you may have noticed that I talked about downloading the Webull app, and I have to say it is leaps and bounds better than what Robinhood is currently today. So before I get into the video, make sure that you go down and like the video, comment, and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications of future uploads, and let's jump right into it. So, as many of you know, Robinhood is a free investing app that allows you to trade stocks with zero commissions, and it's meant to be a user-friendly way for people who have mobile devices and maybe don't have computers, or even just beginners who just want to trade, to get into the stock market and be able to make trades and different things like that. And some of the things that they have created is inside of their app would include the ability to trade options, or even they're coming out with fractional shares, cash management, different things like that. So Robinhood has positioned themselves as this company who wants to encompass everybody, be able to take a beginner or even an advanced person and allow them to be able to trade easily within their app, without having things like Thinkorswim, which is very technical and very daunting to look at if you're just getting started. So as you can see, looking at the Robinhood app right here, it's very simplified. The first thing you see is how much money you have in your portfolio. You can look to see how much you've lost over the day, week, year, month, anything like that. You can scroll down and give you different things that are happening in the stock market at this point in time, with different stocks that you may be following in your watch list. The first stocks that you encounter are any stocks that you are currently purchasing, any stocks that you are currently in, rather. And then under that would be your watch list, the different stocks that you have put inside of your watch list. You can change in between different types. Now, it's different between Android and actual iOS devices, but you can change between last price, percent. You can change between last price, percent change, your equity, which is how much you have in each stock, today's return, and total return. So it's very simplified. It's meant for even the beginner to be able to get into this app. If you go to the search, you can search through different companies. You can look at different news for those companies. It even shows you what companies are affected by that news. So you can search different companies like Google, if I wanted to, Alphabet, different things like that. They recently added the messages, which basically is just little rundown things that's over your account, like maybe you purchase a particular stock or something like that, or for example, this one's showing that I got a dividend from this particular stock. It shows when you deposit money, different things like that. When tax documents come out, you can go to the tax documents. You can see the dividends that you're going to get. You can see the dividends that you've already received. You can even filter strictly by dividends if you wanted to only see dividends in here. As I said before, Robinhood has positioned themselves as a brokerage account that is meant for everybody, for young, old, advanced, beginners, intermediate, anybody. It's meant to be an easy way for you to trade on your mobile device. Now, with every business, there's always going to be somebody trying to compete with you to make the market more competitive and better, which competition is always healthy because it creates more diversity in the different technologies that we're allowed to use inside of each app or each company that is out there. Which brings me to Webull. So Webull basically took advantage of everything that Robinhood was trying to do with its particular app, but it included some different tweaks and stuff that people who are a bit above beginner status could take more advantage of. For example, if we look right here at Apple, which is just a stock that it shows as soon as you get on here, first of all, you can already see that there are different things all over the screen. It's really different. So you can see that there are different studies on the screen. You can see that you can still switch between different daytimes or different time periods to look at the stock. You can change between candle bars and basically everything you could do with Robinhood minus the actual research studies that it shows on here. So going back to the main screen, you can go to menu. If we go to settings here, you can see that they give you a multitude of different settings. I like mine in night mode. So you can change your theme. You can have it auto switch so that it changes in between night mode and day mode based on the trading times or whatever time you want it to. You can actually look through the different things, like you can select your home page. So it's very different from Robinhood. When you first create your account, you can choose between having a margin account or a cash account. The difference between the two is a cash account, you can day trade as much as you want to, but you have to wait for your money to settle every time you sell out of a trade. And settling takes about 3 days. That could be a major downfall if you want to do a lot of day trading and things like that. Alternatively, you can do a margin account, which not only does it allow you to make day trades, even though it gives you the day trading, the pattern day trading rule, as soon as you sell out of a stock, you can immediately turn around and put that money into a different stock if you wanted to. Because with a margin account, you're not using your own money per se. Now, margin accounts also come with the risk if you decide to do like short selling and different things like that, where if you're borrowing that money and you lose more than what you have, you'll owe that to the brokerage. But back to the different stocks and things. So on this particular stock, you can change the different chart settings. You can go to a simplified chart if it's too much for you to look at when it comes to the different studies and stuff that it shows on the screen. So with the simplified chart, it'll be a little easier for a beginner to get into looking at these different stocks and not being overwhelmed by the different things on the screen. I personally prefer it to be in advanced mode because I do actually use these different studies to decide what I want to purchase, especially the EMA line, as well as the RSI. So moving on, down here you can see the actual volume of the stock. You can see where people are buying and selling and different things like that. Down here you can see the different volume analysis. It gives you a lot more information than what Robinhood gives you. It tells you the time, the sales and the buys and the purchases, everything. It gives you the news right under the stock. And it tells you analyst ratings. Now, I personally don't use analyst ratings a lot because analysts are typically incorrect. However, it is still something that I would consider when I'm looking at purchasing a particular stock. Now, another great thing that they have added is the comment section. So you can comment down below on any particular stock, just talking about that stock. And basically you can see what other people are saying about, you know, how they feel like the stock is going to turn out. Now, I never recommend trading because somebody tells you that this particular stock may or may not go up. However, it would be nice to see like maybe some news that you did not see on that company recently. Now, the major thing about Webull that I believe will benefit everybody is the fact that it allows you to paper trade. So if you're not familiar with what paper trading is when you trade money, you trade fake money. So the reason you probably want to do this is if you're trying to become a day trader or you're trying to become a swing trader or do trading as your main source of income, you'll want to practice first. So this allows you to practice without using any of your own money, meaning that you don't risk losing your own funds. And the paper trading works just like the regular trading. So you can reset, you can change how much money you want as your initial balance. They don't let you do anything under $10,000, which I wish they would, but even so, it's still a great platform for you to use. You can still see all of the different studies like the RSI, the MACD, different things like that you can use to determine if you want to get into a stock or not. The communities tab allows you to see what other people are talking about different stocks. It's basically a bigger lens over the full comment section of every stock that people are commenting on. And it even lets you choose between different markets. So as you can see, this is the United States market. You can look at cryptos if you're into crypto trading, or you can just go global and look at different markets out there. So now that you've seen Webull, I hope that can better explain why I believe Webull will be much better than Robinhood. With all the different advancements that Robinhood is trying to make versus everything that Webull currently has, I personally would recommend going with Webull instead of Robinhood. Even though I know I've been a big advocate on Robinhood, Webull takes the cake. So if you have any questions, make sure that you comment down below. Let me know what you think. Make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see y'all next time.